Imagine this. It's been several hours since your last meal. Your stomach starts rumbling. Your fingertips feel ice cold. And there's a weird taste sitting on your tongue that you can't explain. Naturally, your first thought is, something must be wrong. But what if the opposite is true? What if every single one of those strange sensations is actually evidence that your body just activated one of its most powerful, hidden programs? In today's video, Science Explained, what happens when fasting starts working, 8 signs you need to know. We're going to decode the biological signals your body sends when fasting is genuinely doing its job. From odd-smelling breath and freezing fingers to unexpected mental sharpness, each of these signs is your body speaking a language most people never learn to understand. And if you've ever abandoned a fast because the first few hours felt uncomfortable, this might be the video that changes everything for you. Smash that subscribe button right now, because what we're about to cover could completely reshape how you think about food, energy, and what your body is truly designed to do. Here's what almost nobody tells you. That discomfort you experience in the opening hours of a fast isn't your body falling apart. It's your body waking up. The hunger pangs, the irritability, that foggy feeling behind your eyes. These are the opening moves of something researchers call the metabolic switch. Neuroscientist Dr. Mark Mattson, who spent over 2 decades studying this phenomenon at the National Institute on Aging, found that somewhere around 10 to 12 hours after your last bite of food, your body burns through its stored glucose, its glycogen reserves, and starts reaching for a completely different energy source, your own body fat. And this is where things get remarkable. As your liver breaks down fat, it manufactures molecules called ketones. These aren't just backup fuel. They're signaling molecules that set off a chain reaction of repair and renewal throughout your entire body. Ketones trigger surges in growth hormone that protect your muscles. They kickstart a process called autophagy, where your cells literally begin dismantling their own damaged parts and recycling them into fresh components. So that initial wave of tiredness or brain fog, it's not a warning sign. It's an entrance fee. Your body is transitioning out of its comfortable sugar-burning default and into a high-performance survival state that kept your ancestors alive for thousands of generations. They didn't have pantries or meal delivery services. They regularly went a full day or more between hunts. And during those stretches without food, they didn't get weaker. They got sharper, faster, and more resourceful. Your DNA still carries that exact same programming. So let's walk through the 8 signals that tell you fasting has officially switched on. Sign number 1. Hunger that rises and falls in waves. Most people assume that the longer they go without eating, the more unbearable the hunger becomes. But that's not how it works. Research shows that ghrelin, your primary hunger hormone, doesn't climb in a straight line. It pulses according to your habitual eating schedule. So if you usually have lunch at noon, expect a strong hunger spike right around that time. But here's the key. If you simply wait it out, that spike drops back down on its own, even though you haven't eaten anything. You might even feel completely fine 20 minutes later. This wave pattern is your body recalibrating. It's testing whether food is actually coming. And when it realizes it's not, it adjusts. Each wave that passes is your system becoming more metabolically flexible. So ride it out. That wave isn't a crisis. It's proof your hormones are doing exactly what they're supposed to. Sign number 2. A metallic or fruity smell on your breath. Once you push past those hunger waves, something peculiar happens. Your breath develops a sharp metallic or slightly sweet odor, almost like overripe fruit. This catches a lot of beginners off guard, but it's actually one of the most encouraging markers you can get. What you're smelling is acetone, one of the 3 types of ketones your liver produces when it starts converting stored fat into usable energy. Acetone is volatile, so it escapes through your lungs every time you exhale. That strange breath is not a hygiene problem. It's a biochemical receipt confirming you've crossed into fat-burning territory. If it bothers you, sip plain water or unsweetened herbal tea. Avoid sugary mints or gum, because those can spike insulin and stall the very process your body just started. Sign number 3, cold hands and feet. Around the same time your breath changes, you might notice your extremities feeling unusually chilly. Your fingers, your toes, maybe even the tip of your nose. This happens because fasting causes insulin to drop, which signals your body to enter an energy conservation mode. Without incoming food to generate digestive heat, your system redirects blood flow away from your hands and feet and toward your most critical organs, your heart, your brain, and your liver. Think of it as your body's internal triage system, prioritizing what matters most for survival. It's the same mechanism that kept our ancestors functioning during periods of scarcity. Throw on an extra layer, sip some warm water, or take a short walk. You'll warm up and your body will keep doing its work. Sign number 4, early fatigue followed by smooth, stable energy. After the cold sets in, you might hit a wall of tiredness. You feel sluggish, slow, like someone dimmed your internal lights. This is the fuel switchover in action. Your body is depleting its last glucose reserves, but ketone production hasn't fully ramped up yet. There's a brief energy gap, and it can feel discouraging. But push through it. Once ketones reach sufficient levels, something remarkable happens. Your energy doesn't just return, it stabilizes. No more sugar spikes and crashes. No more post-meal drowsiness. Instead, you get a clean, steady stream of fuel that many people describe as the most consistent energy they've ever felt. And during this phase, growth hormone can increase by 3 to 5 times its normal levels, protecting muscle mass while your body burns fat for fuel. Sign number 5, brain fog that suddenly transforms into razor-sharp clarity. This one surprises almost everyone. Early in a fast, your thinking might feel muddy and unfocused, but then, almost without warning, a veil lifts. Suddenly, you can think with startling precision. The reason is a specific ketone called beta-hydroxybutyrate, or BHB. Once your body produces enough of it, BHB crosses directly into your brain and becomes an extraordinarily efficient fuel source for your neurons. Even better, fasting increases production of something called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a protein that strengthens neural connections and supports memory formation. Scientists sometimes refer to it as miracle grow for the brain. Your ancestors needed this mental edge to hunt and navigate danger on an empty stomach. Your modern brain still has that same hardware. When the fog clears, that's your brain running on premium fuel. Sign number 6, appetite fades after 24 hours. This one sounds impossible, but it's consistently reported. After a full day without food, many people feel less hungry, not more. 3 things drive this. First, ghrelin stops spiking because your body has moved past its habitual meal schedule. Second, steady ketone levels keep your brain fueled so it stops sending desperate hunger signals. Third, without constant blood sugar fluctuations, you avoid the sharp crashes that normally trigger intense cravings. The result is a calm, almost peaceful absence of hunger. It's a clear sign your metabolism has fully adapted to running on its own stored reserves. Sign number 7, temporary skin breakouts. Some people notice small blemishes, redness, or mild irritation during an extended fast. It looks like a setback, but it's actually a byproduct of deep internal housekeeping. When autophagy activates, your cells start breaking down and recycling damaged components. As this cleanup unfolds, compounds that were previously stored in fat tissue get released into the bloodstream. If the liver's detox capacity is momentarily overwhelmed, the skin steps in as a secondary exit route. These breakouts are temporary. They're the biological equivalent of dust rising during a deep clean. Stay hydrated, rest well, and let the process complete itself. Sign number 8, mood swings and emotional sensitivity. Finally, don't be alarmed if your emotions feel amplified or unpredictable during a fast. When glucose drops and ketones rise, your body activates the HPA axis, the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal system, which governs your stress response. Cortisol and norepinephrine tick upwards slightly, making you more alert but also more emotionally reactive. This is the exact same survival mechanism that sharpened your ancestors' senses when they needed to stay vigilant during scarcity. It's temporary. As ketone levels balance out, your mood steadies, anxiety recedes, and many people report a profound sense of calm and emotional clarity. Support the transition with gentle movement, slow breathing, or a warm shower. Don't fight the feelings. Acknowledge them as signs of deep biological recalibration. So let's bring it all together. Fasting isn't just about skipping meals. It's one of the oldest biological signals you can send to your body. And your body answers with a sophisticated cascade of metabolic, hormonal, and neurological responses that took millions of years to develop. The hunger waves, the strange breath, the cold extremities, the mood shifts, none of it is random. Every single symptom is a chapter in the story of a body that's switching from passive consumption into active repair, renewal, and optimization. The human body isn't fragile. It's extraordinarily resilient. It's just waiting for you to pause long enough to let it do what it was built to do. Now, we're not saying fasting is right for everyone, especially if you have underlying medical conditions. Always consult your doctor first. But if you're healthy and curious, paying attention to these signs is one of the most powerful ways to understand your own biology. If this video gave you a new perspective on fasting, subscribe to this channel so you never miss another deep dive into the science of metabolism, energy, and human performance. Drop a comment below and tell us which of these 8 signs you've personally experienced. We read every single one.